All right, thank you. For tonight, I'm going to wrap everything up. All right, quickly show what I'm expecting in a CV. All right, so yeah, there will not be any CV review. Right, so if you need to have your CV reviewed, I would say bring it on Saturday at 11 o'clock. The address is 128 Crayford Road, Crayford in London. So we can have the CV reviewed at that particular time from 11 to 2. We have almost 3 hours for that. So there'll be, I think, around 5 to 6 mentors that'll be in different rooms. So you have time to get your CV reviewed. So please ensure that you come early so that you can have enough time. So I know people might come late, so but if you come early, you have enough time to be able to attend, for people to attend to you. Yeah. So it's going to be CV, and also if you need any career talk, or if you want people to speak to you about anything that you need, that would also happen at that particular time anyway. So that's how this is going to go. Then today I'll also look into job applications, how to apply, and where you need to go to. I will also be sharing like 100 companies that you can apply to. Most of them, nearly all of them, would actually sponsor you, right? If you need to be sponsored, yeah. So you need to go to their website, yeah, and apply directly. So there are companies in the UK that you can apply for. Even if you don't have authorization to work in the UK, they can sponsor you. I've got some of the mentees that I've mentored, worked in that place, and they are also, a few of them, they are sponsored anyway. So yeah, you can look into those companies. Then in terms of interview prep, so I would, if you have an interview, or yeah, I think some of you guys already started, I've done that, speaking to the mentors and everything. But if you do have time, we would look into interview prep on Saturday. But one thing I also want to say is I won't leave you hanging. Also, I intend to have another session next week. So where we come, then of course the bubbling of this, graduation will have gone down. Then next week we come and we will talk about the interview prep and different challenge that is happening. So we might also leave this particular session open for a few days as well, maybe upper week as well. We'll do it because I know some people have just started to apply and some people already started to get interviews. So I would love to hear from them, or love to kind of uh, help them to reach where they're going to. And quickly, for those ones that I know, some people reach out to me about advance as well. So, and even though it's already closed yesterday, I'm going to look at the number that we have presently, right? So, and I'll see if you can extend it to Friday or not, but or maybe after Friday we'll look at what we can do anyway. So yeah. So, but yeah, I think I'm kind of in the middle of this graduation planning anyway, so maybe nothing will happen until next week. So I will see. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it. If you still want to apply, do apply now, because I've not got the time to remove the application online, so you can see apply. So, and okay, all right, I think that's everything that I need to cover. So quickly, and okay, before we start, has anyone got any question? Yeah. So I'm going to share. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go there. Okay, so this is an example of, hopefully, let me know on the chart if you can see the, hold on, I think I can check myself as well. So I just want to be sure that you can see the Word document. Okay, I think that's fine. So this is a sample CV, right? I just put my name, but it's kind of an extract of my CV with some information removed anyway. So, and also some information changed. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for, right? So for instance, your name at the top. So I've told some people, right, my full name is Adedeji, but I bear Deji. So on my CV is only Deji, simple and straightforward anyway. So I've got some certification and they have what's it called? The logo. I put some of their logos there anyway. So yeah, and the telephone number, email address, LinkedIn, and nationality, address. I just put another address anyway. Hopefully, then yeah, I put authorization to work in the UK, because when some people see your name, they think, yeah, this person is illegal, right? So because of that, you want to kind of say, oh, I can actually work in the UK. I've got authorization to work in the UK. Then profile. So this is just extract from my LinkedIn anyway. So, okay, then technical skills, so software development, life cycle tools. I put some of the tools there. Well, of course, there are more than that. So then languages and ID, so there are a few ones. Soft skills, then there's a few ones there. Educations, I put a brief of educations, right? So, and certification, I didn't even put any of the certifications. So yeah, so basically like that. So, and then experience, of course, this is not where I worked anyway. If you want, you can check my LinkedIn profile. So yeah, so let's say you work for Google and you are a Scrum Master for Google and you work from May to 2017 to present. You can talk about Google, what they are, blah, blah, blah. Then your responsibilities, then the project that you worked within Google and the tools that you use. This is one company, and they, for a good CV, that's what I'm expecting anyway. So whether you put them in between, you put them, but I think because I think in some cases you might want to say to use, you might put them inside, as you can see like that anyway. But yeah, so this is something I would propose. So then another company, Amazon, wrote the title, date, yeah, but also ensure that when you look at the date, the ending of this, right? The end date is the starting of this one. So you need to kind of look into that. Same way, responsibilities, as you can see, projects and the tools, and you're gone. So these are not required. I just put this in case you want to go further. So okay. And the rest is your reference. You don't need to put the referees anyway. Just say references are available on request. That's all that you need to put anyway. As you can see, this is 3-page CV anyway. But having said that, if you look at it very well, it's basically like 2-page, because the first page is just everything about you in a glance anyway. So that is in terms of the CV. So if you do have any question, please put it in the chat. I'll be looking, or you can also raise your hand as well. I've done I think maybe 2 or 3 sessions on CV creations. This is just kind of wrapping everything up. Okay. All right, cool. So after you've done your CV, so okay, what is the next thing to do is to apply, right? You need to apply. Of course, you need your CV reviewed, right? I've sent a link. So Top CV, if you want your CV reviewed, you can go to Top CV and get them reviewed from them also. So that's one. So after your CV is reviewed, and you can also send it to any of the mentors or your body, they can also help you as well to get reviewed. I've had some sessions, almost like 5 or 4 different sessions on CV review that reviews most of the CVs anyway. So I think that is close now, but I would say that, yeah, at this time, I'm expecting that you've got relationship with some of the mentors and you can, yeah, use them to get your CV reviewed. And the next thing out is for you to apply for jobs, okay? So there's some portal that I would recommend to you, right? If you want your CV, if you want to apply. So I would say, okay. I'm not sure. Okay, all right. So one, let me share this first. Okay. So what I'm going to share next is just a list of different companies that you can apply for. You can apply to actually. So yeah, Blue Sky Citadel is not one of them, but it starts from here anyway. So just Google.co.uk. So I think on their website you can So I would say some of our interns at working, for instance. I know IBM, all right, they have employed some of our interns. KPMG is one of them. I mean, the one actually came back to me. Capgemini is one. Accenture is another one. I think Cognizance is another one that have employed some of our interns. And yeah, okay. I think there are other ones. So, but you can apply to any of these companies. Yeah. So and they are not. Is the list is not exclusive. There are other ones as well. Right? So that you can also get anyway. So yeah, most of the big companies in the UK would kind of give you sponsorship anyway, and most especially IT companies. One thing I can tell you, right? I will also show you some of the job portal that you can apply to. So, but more often, there are a lot of jobs there as well. But I would advise you to go to the company direct and make applications. So because that is because not a lot of people would go there, right? Because not a lot of people go there, the application will be reduced. You won't get a lot of application on the site. So, and then maybe you have more chance of getting in anyway if you do go through that route. So that's one thing I can say. So one thing, if you just go Google on the career page, most of them will have the career page at the bottom of the site or on About Us. So if you go there and you can see the job that they have, then you can apply for the one that you want to apply for anyway. So, and having said that, okay, I would, hopefully there's no question. I'm going to go through it again. So, and let me just leave it for now so that, if you want to do a screenshot, you can have moments of doing the screenshots and So, and if you have any question, you can also let me know. Okay. Okay, I'm going to scroll again.
Hello, Deji. Good evening. This is
Yes.
Juliet.
All
Hi. I was just wondering, is it possible to get this as a file, maybe on a Telegram group or something?
Okay, I'll see what I can do, right? Yeah. So I'll send
Okay.
it to the admin and they put that in there. So
Okay.
so
Thank
that's
you
how
very
that
much.
anyway. So but for people, watching looking at the video, I will just kind of do that quickly. Okay, so that's fine.
You've actually sent this to us.
Okay, all right.
You
So
have, you've already sent something like this, sir. I think
Yeah,
I
you
have it.
sent it to us. Yeah.
okay, all right, that's good then. So okay. Thank you. So I think you can resend it to everybody so that everyone can have it. So I think maybe some people don't have this yet. So okay. So now let's go quickly to job application. Okay. So, okay, for those ones, I would say, of course, JobServe is one of those places that you need to look into, right? jobserve.co.uk. Why I kind of like JobServe is the fact that you can apply to a lot of jobs at one go, right? So let's say you are looking for Scrum Master role, just put the keyword Scrum Master, right? And you can put the location. But in this time that everyone work remotely, working from home, I would say that you should remove the location, right? And leave it like that. So if you want to look for remote job, you can click on that. But for now, just leave it and leave this one unchecked as well. Anyway, so industry, I'll leave it like that. Anyway, select all for industry and posted. Okay, you want to, because you are starting, so I'll just say within the last 7 days. Jobs, okay, so there are different type of jobs that you can apply for. Okay, permanent, yeah, some people will say, okay, because it's permanent, I would advise you to apply it for any role, right? Whether permanent or contract, right? This is my observation. Some contracts are easy to get because you only do maybe one level of interview, and sometimes it can even be half because 30 minutes they've made their decision, and it could be favorable, it could be crude in the sense that they just look at you and you just make one mistake and they say no, that's it. But I would say apply to both permanent and contract. Okay. And yeah, so one thing some people, one of the issues that people may is like, what if they give me the job, what if I can do, right? So of course there's support for you, right? If you are in advance, we always support everyone that got the job. So if you have issues at work, you can be able to support you, right? So yeah, so that support is there, right? Don't look about yeah, okay, if I get a job, if I can't do it, first go and get the job first, okay? Go and get the job first, then you would get a lot of support from there. So okay, you select any, right? So another thing about the keywords is you can use you can use or and actually to concatenate them. Let's say or agile delivery manager or project manager, because some of the roles, even though they said Scrum Master, so some project manager role are just Scrum Master role anyway. They might call it Agile project manager, but in essence, it's actually Scrum Master. Or some people might call it Agile delivery manager, but in essence, it's Scrum Master. So you want to see all those roles anyway. So then let's click on search, right? So as you can see now, even though it's not going to be everything, but what it brought is 16,000, over 16,000 jobs. But I would say that, yeah, maybe we're looking around maybe 5,000 jobs related to Scrum Masters, because there are other ones that might not be really Scrum Master anyway. So as you can see now, project manager / Scrum Master, right? And this is in Northampton, right? So at 413 inside IR35. So okay, you'll be seeing this also IR35 inside or outside. For a start, I don't think you need to worry about that, whether inside IR35 or not. But I'll quickly explain, right? I think a few years ago, right, the government in their wisdom think, oh, contractors are not actually self-employed in literary sense. So because of that, they thought, oh, because they are not self-employed, they should also be paying PAYE, payee. So because of that, they kind of now introduce the IR35. So which means that some contractors would have to get an umbrella company, right, who would now employ them, right? And the umbrella company would take your PAYE, okay, and then they would then give you the rest. Unlike before, right, if you are outside, it means that if you get a contract of 413 outside RR25, it means that the company will pay you 413 into your company bank account, and you take care of your taxes, and yeah, that's it. But if you are inside, it means that you will need to get umbrella company, right? So the umbrella company will collect the 413 from the company that employed you, right? And they will take the PAYE and everything and the tax that the government should take, and they will give you the rest. At the end, it might be that what will come to you will be like around 300 or 250, depending on, yeah. So, but of course, it's sometimes it might still be better than a normal permanent employment anyway. So yeah, what you need to do now, for now, as a start, I don't think you need to read a lot of descriptions here, right? So, but of course, you are free to read and see quickly. So as you can see, yeah, they put nice to have. It's just nice to have Java or AWS. You can read up on that, but as a Scrum Master, you don't need those ones, okay? And area of responsibilities, Scrum Master, which I think most of you will have, stakeholders management, capacity planning, you've already got that, rate for logging, removing impediment, E2E, yeah. So when they say E2E, basically is end-to-end ownership or delivery. So as a Scrum Master on this project, right, you've already got the end-to-end ownership of the delivery of your feature team. So agile ceremonies, that of course, as you can see now, nothing, yeah, as a Scrum Master on this project, you should be able to do this role actually, right? So what do you need to do? Click on plus, and that will store this particular job in your basket. You go to the next one, right? So this is the next one, which I think is kind of similar. Okay, I will skip that. So the next one is a permanent one. So for agile delivery or project manager, so which I think you can also apply for. So then it's 60 to 70,000 per annum. So, and even in terms of responsibility, the only thing that they said is dynamic CRM, which you might not have, but they say if you have experience on dynamic CRM, then great. If not, then we'll need to deliver, yeah, you need to just have CRM or business application, right? So to a large extent. So you can also say, oh, I've got other application for a large number of users, blah, blah, like that anyway. So, okay, so that is that. So if you got that, that is good. Yeah. And we had CRM before, CRM training before. Maybe next time we would have that. So we normally kind of do this intermittently anyway for people in the advance. We'll come back to that. So then the next one is Agile Software Project Manager, so which is also related to Scrum Master. As you can see, you support two functional project development team. You work closely with the development lead, and you can see what is there anyway. So everything is kind of easy anyway. So, and the skills, blah, blah, and desire experience, Jira, which you guys have got, experience working with Matrix Share Team, which you already have, MS Office, Atlassian Tools, Scrum Master, experience in Scrum Master role, certified Scrum Master. Okay, now I want to put my, I put my hands on my face now. So I know I promised some people certification discount code and the link. So yeah, I've not delivered on that. I'm sorry. So I have not forgotten, to be honest. So I'll still send it across, even though if you are finished the internship or you are in advance, I'll send it to you. So apologies for that. So yeah. And yeah, so yeah, just look at that close, click on that. So don't look at the location, because some of these roles could be remote, could be one day working from home, one day working in the office, then the rest. So for now, yeah, so we'll just go with that. So yeah, so then this is another one as well. If you look at, yeah, there's nothing untoward about that. So there are lots here, you can just go. Let's quickly now, because of time, I'm going to also go, I'll change this one to the BA, okay? So for BA now, I would say business analyst. So some of them also could say product owner, or could be, I think there's one I saw, and it's business process analyst or something like that. Yeah. I've got another document that actually lists all these things at different permutation or combination of your title, which I'm going to look for, and I'll send it to you. So, okay, so that is that. I'll say, yeah, the keywords, location, leave that, and categories, you don't need that one anyway. So we'll leave everything like that. So for those guys that are looking for sponsorship, you can try that anyway. So those ones that consider visa, those ones that consider sponsorship anyway. So, and also you could also add other countries as well. So if you, because this is only for the UK, you can now say, okay, I want other countries, okay. And you can even, let's say, I'm considering the rest of the Europe, also maybe considering the North American as well, okay. And I can save my selection. And as you can see, that is a lot actually. So, but that is considering other parts anyway. So yeah, you can go on and start selecting. This is in London. So I will look at that. The only thing also, they say ESG is desirable. So if you, yeah, so it's basically, yeah, you can look at what exactly is sustainability's goal anyway. So, but yeah, so derivatives, SQL. I know some people mention ability to know SQL for BAs, but if you guys are in advance, the opportunity is there for you to learn that anyway. So yeah. So one thing I also want to say right before I leave. So for instance, in the contact here, you see contact Anthony Russell is a contact, but you see this drop down, right? When I click on that, it will show me the contact detail for this particular person, right? So let's say after I'm going to apply for 50 at a go, but like because Anthony Russell has got his name and his telephone number, I'll keep this one, right? So that when I do apply, after I've applied, then I can give him a call to say, oh, hi, Anthony. I've just sent my CV for this particular role. I just want to confirm you got it. I've got 3 years experience as a business analyst, and I've got experience using ESG. I've got experience basically looking into what they put in the requirement. And yeah, what the guy would say, oh, don't let me check for your details, blah, blah, blah. Or he would say that, oh, don't worry, I've got the CV, I'm looking into that. If you are shortlisted, you are going to be called. Yeah. But more often, most of them would kind of attend to you because the fact that you made the call shows that you are confident about the role, and they will put your CV aside to say, okay, this person will be up to the task. So, okay, you got other roles. Yeah, you can see, yeah, business, process business analyst. That, yeah, as you can see. So there are a lot of roles, as you can see for this now. There's basically every business analyst on this project should be able to do that anyway. And there's another one, right? So when you see 4 like this, right, it means that they are looking for 4 people, right? So for those ones that are really, really good in the sense that, yeah, they have multiple roles that they're looking for. So you can see all those ones as well, senior product management, business analyst in London. So even though this particular, let's look at this quickly. So this is a long one. So yeah, as a BA on this, you would, yeah, I know this should be easy for you. Backlog prioritization, elicitation of requirement, identifying, yeah, deliverables, yeah, project stakeholders, ensuring, so perform analysis using most formats. Yeah, I think that one should be fine. Document processes, that one also. Traceabilities, you've already done. Manage stakeholders across multiple, that you've already done. Transforming and editing testing, I think you've already done. So even looking at that, even, yes, sanity tests and UAT, you've also got involved. And yeah, so the only thing maybe, yeah, even this one as well, right? So you've created process map, yeah, using Visio, right? So you've also done, yeah, maybe you might not have done, I know your tutor might have told you about BRD or and FRD. You've done user stories, you've worked on Azure DevOps, PBI. So basically, as you can see, now they said at least 3 years experience. So that's the only thing. So okay. And you can say that is that. So the only thing that you can say, may not what you don't have is this one, ERP project. But they say it's only beneficial. And CRM is another one, but and HR. So even in advance now we have some HR application that we are doing. Even one of them is even HR with what's it called, AI actually, which I think one of our products. So you can see, so this will put that as well. So and this is basically remote in the US, but it's remote. So that means you can as well apply in the UK. So so this is talking about Jira, ServiceNow. Okay, you might not have experience ServiceNow, but you can go and read it up and see what ServiceNow. There's no difference, to be honest. It's really nothing in ServiceNow. But however, we are going to be doing what's SharePoint. I'm going to look at that right now anyway. So roles related SharePoint in advance, and it's going to come into the next internship as well anyway. So let's add that. So that is that. So quickly, while I remember that, let's see roles that got SharePoint. Okay, all right. So SharePoint support analyst, SharePoint administrator, project manager, SharePoint developer. So there are a lot of SharePoint related roles there anyway. So okay, all right, let's move on. So let's go to data analyst. Okay. And it could be, I think, BI or business intelligence. Okay, let's do that anyway. So and search. Okay, so as you can see, head of data. So okay, so the BI analyst or Power BI and BigQuery. So let's add that for us anyway. So and you can see this one is data and Power BI, SQL and Azure, right? So which I think the only thing that you might not have is that Azure, Azure data warehouse anyway. So but so as you can see, the other one, business analyst, data architects, so business data analyst. So so you just kind of apply to them as well. So bear in mind, I'm only kind of going through different roles. So it's not, of course, you will stay on one and you apply it throughout. So just to cover most of the roles anyway. So now let's go to the next one. Let's say you are a tester or manual tester or quality assurance. Okay, let's leave those one for now. So search. Okay, so as you can see, you have so this is a QA tester in London. So so as you can see, so for those guys that are interested in, they say a sample, Playwright and Cypress, Chromatic for now every Saturday for you guys in automation. If you're interested in automation, we've started Cypress for the guys in advance anyway. So and it's open to you guys as well. So anyway, so this is basically kind of automation. So there are other roles which might be manual. Actually, as you can see, this one now is this is basically something that you guys will have. You have BDD automation, which you've done using Cucumber, right, with Java. And so I would advise you also to go and do your certifications. ISTQB certification foundation also will be really, really necessary anyway. So okay, so let's add and other ones. This is US one anyway. So and So let's see. Okay. Like this one is not basic. I think this is purely manual, right? QA, QC, right? So I don't think this one is basically software testing anyway. So okay. So let's go. So let's move. So another thing, yeah, so let me remove the quality assurance because some of them might not be software testing. There might be food quality assurance anyway. Okay, all right, cool. So you can see automation / manual testing actually. So you can see that, yeah. So yeah, so you can, yeah, this is basically manual and automation as well. Yeah. So Selenium is fine too. And once you know Selenium, I think it's fine. API with Postman. So of course, for those guys that are interested in advanced, we will have opportunity to do APIs as well anyway. So let's add that and continue. So for the sake of time, I will just continue. Let me just add this one. Okay. So I don't want Mexico. I want only the UK. Okay, this is another thing. So you need to watch out for those MOT testers as well anyway. So, and maybe I think you can even say minus as well. You can actually say minus MOT like that. So I don't want MOT. Okay, I think, yeah, so it kind of remove that. As you can see, there's no, yeah, if you don't want anything to come, like for instance, yeah, I want to apply for Scrum Master, I don't want project manager, just say minus project management anyway. So that, and yeah, so like this one, I can also remove minus food because I don't want quality assurance for food. I only want software testing. So, and that's that. So, but you can apply just like that to, yeah, 50 different rows, right? So let's see, let's continue. So let's do cybersecurity or SOC. Maybe I should have done SOC analyst anyway. So, okay, so you got a few of them as well. And even from here, you can actually see the rate or the salary that each of the roles, yeah, on the average anyway, even per role. Another thing, let's quickly do something. Let's say junior BA, something like that. Okay, oh, sorry, I can't spell. Something like that, junior BA. So if I just want someone very junior, right? So as you can see, yeah, so that is a junior BA, right? This is in the US anyway. So this is one, they didn't put junior on this one. I don't know why it's coming out. So this is junior administrative and management analyst, yeah. So yeah, you can also put junior at the front of what you're looking for if you are looking for a junior role anyway. But I wouldn't say you should just use junior role. You can just apply and see. Let them be the one that will say you're not qualified, to be honest. So and just apply to as many as possible. And so junior data analyst. So this one, yeah, it doesn't even say anything about experience anyway. So, okay, enjoy BA. BA. Okay, now I've got 25 jobs on the basket, right? Inside the basket, rather. So now if you go to view, you can view the basket. And once you got the basket, now you can just apply. Once you apply, you can apply to go, right? So let's say I click on apply. So you just need to fill on your email address, or if you already registered, you can register. So select your working status, if you are UK citizen or you got ILR anyway. So you can apply, attach your CV, and if you have a cover letter, you can attach, or you can update this one, then fill the details and you can send. So to be honest, it's just the time, or even right now, going through that and explaining within half an hour, I've done everything. Even for you, it might only take 5 or 10 minutes to do. Even 5 minutes is a long time anyway. You just click and click and click. So I would advise you to apply to like 50 job per day. So there are other portal as well, CW jobs. Okay. CW jobs is another one that you could use. Oh, sorry, I think is CW jobs. I think it's .co.uk. Let's just, yeah, is this one. CW, oh, it's jobs. Okay, I think that's the reason. Yeah, CW jobs. Okay, so, and you can do the same thing, but the only thing is like you have to apply once at a time. Okay, and things is like this one also give you some, job per role. You can decide to, like test analyst. Yeah, they said upgrade because 11 there. You can click on that. It display the test analyst job, and you can see this basically is like a junior role anyway. So let's go to that and see. So for a junior role within the, if with a company 2 years into, so blah blah, so you can, so for you to apply to that, so let's say this is a junior data analyst anyway. So so, and just click on apply, and then there you go. So okay, there are other ones anyway. Read is another good one that you can use as well. So, and I think, so read, there's Monster, there's a lot. I'm gonna send the list anyway, so you just kind of go in there and just search, and that's it. So now you've applied. What's going to happen? Okay, so you've now applied. So what's the next thing? Is interview, right? You applied. What's going to happen, right? If you apply directly, right, the HR of the company is going to call you. I'll call this particular person recruitment manager, all right? So, or hiring manager, okay? So, and that is the person that is in charge of hiring, okay? If you apply directly to the company. But if you did not apply directly to the company, you applied through maybe JobServe, CW job, or others, you applied through an agency. So, okay, let me quickly bring that so that some people, you can know the difference, okay? For instance, in this particular job now, so let's say this one, let me click on that. Job basket. Okay, all right, do I need to lose that? Okay, all right, I think I can do it from here, right? Okay. Yes. Okay, as you can see from here, so this one, J&C Associate, right, is not, it's not actually the name of the company. It's basically a recruitment agency. And some of them will also tell you, we are global IT recruitment specialists. Do you get now? That means if you apply for their job, it will go to them, to this particular person first. So this particular person is a recruitment agent, okay? So, and the same thing apply here as well. So you can see this one say the talent locker. So, and hopefully they will also say that they are recruitment agency. Most of them will be recruitment agency. So he goes to this person. What the person would do is If you think your CV is good, right, they'll select it and everything. So, but if it's good, the person will give you a call, right? At that particular time, you've not got a call from the hiring manager. You are only getting a call from the recruitment agency, okay? So, because I know some people say, oh, I got a call today, but it's a good thing anyway, because you got a call. It's a good thing that you got a call anyway. So when you got the call, right? So you should be happy as well, because some people will not get the call anyway. So, and what you need to do, right? Yeah, speak to the recruiter. Don't dish the phone. I know some people in the first instance, they would be afraid to open the call or to take the call. Yeah. So they are afraid to pick the call. Pick the call, speak politely, and the person might just ask you to go through the CV, or just to get some information from you. How much are you getting? What is your location and everything? But one thing I want to say to you, just to boost your confidence. Some of these guys are just kind of fresh graduates, or even secondary school leavers, that are basically like a sales rep, actually, right? So they are just there to just talk to them as well. Some of them don't even know anything that you know. They are only going to be reading based on the requirements. And once you are saying what there is on the book, right, you are okay with them. So what they will do is, like, they will get your details, they will get how confident you are able to speak and everything. And then, okay, all right, this person is good. They might then recommend you to their manager within the agency, okay? And some of the managers might call as well, okay? At that point, you are still with the agency, okay? And what the agency will not do, some of them will recommend maybe 3 or 4 CVs to the hiring manager for interview. This is now where your CV has gone to the hiring manager. So you could assume that maybe almost like 1,000 applications, they will only pick 3 or 4, because the hiring manager does not want to go through 10 CVs. The agency will only pick the 4 that they think is okay, and they pass it to the hiring manager for interview. Even the hiring manager might look at the 4 and say, I only want to invite the two people, and that's it anyway. So, and one thing, some of these agencies might not come back to you to say you are not shortlisted. Some of them automatic, they will tell you that you are shortlisted, so, or you are not anyway. So, but if you don't hear from them within maybe 48 hours or 2 days, assume that that job is already gone. And one thing that I also want to tell you, some of the jobs on the portal, right, might have already been filled up before they post it as well, because I've seen that instances when even the job that I've already got, I saw it online anyway. So, and they just use it to get on people's CV. It's good, it's bad anyway. So, but even as a new person, you want to get your CV out to a lot of people, so that even when they get new jobs, or they can call you anyway. So that is one anyway. So there's a question, does it mean that you can use the same CV to apply to many companies as well? Yeah, the answer is yes. You don't need to be changing your CV. So have a generic CV, right? So because most of the roles, they are looking for Scrum Master, or they are looking for BA or a QA, just have one role, and your CV should evolve as well. So don't just do a CV for 1 week and you think that's the CV I'm going to use for a whole year. No. So in most cases, you need, as you are evolving, right? You are learning new tools, you are adding to your CV. Your CV should be evolving as well. So, and also on this particular site, on this site, okay, I think you can see my CV. On this site, when you register, you can upload your CV. Okay. You can upload your CV, and it can also make it open for people to for recruiter to see. So they go in there and they check your CV and they can call you. So one thing, when you upload your CV, right, when you go there and they look at, okay, this is a new CV, and they call you because you are just in the market new. What I can also recommend to you, right, ensure that maybe every 2 weeks, you put your CV down on all those job portals and you upload it again. Because once you upload, it just seems that, okay, this CV is new, this person is new, this person is just looking for a job. You just, yeah. So, and yeah, so unlike when the CV is almost like 3 months or 2 months, no, even with that anyway, some people will still call you anyway, but it'd be good for you to upload your CV as you go. So another question say, if I applied for many organizations and I got employed in 2 or more organizations at the same time, what will happen? Okay, that's a good question. And one thing I can say is like, be in that situation first, okay? Be in that situation first. And I can tell you, which also already happened to some of the mentees on my platform, and also me as well, and also some of the tutors as well. So what happened? You got 2 offers. What should you do? You look at the best one, right? Close your eyes and tell the second person, yeah, I'm not taking your offer. But to be honest, no sentiment apart, no sentiment attached anyway. So I used to tell people, sometimes I spoke to my wife saying, what should I do now? And or what she would ask me, what should I do? I said, one, let me tell you something. If you did not do well, right, and they didn't take you, and they will just ask you and say, sorry, we are not going to take you. The same way, you should be able to sack companies as well. It should be 2 ways, right? And I can tell you, I've gone for an interview before, right? And right there at the interview, I told the guy, I think this interview is over. I'm not going to, even if you give me the role, I'm not taking it, right? Because the interview should be both ways. You want to sell your company to me, and I want to sell myself to you as well. So in that instance, you should be rest assured that it should be symbiosis. If you cannot sell your company to me, then even if you give me offer, I'm not going to go. So yeah, if you're in that situation, you got 2 offers, which I pray you do have, right? So look at the best one that you want to take, right? And tell the person politely, sorry, on this occasion, I'm not going to take you. And I've seen situations where people use that as a bargaining chip. They know the one that they want, right? And they go to the one that they want, and they tell them, I've got other offer from another company, and you are offering me 60,000. The other company is offering me 65. Do you want to match it? And it's so possible they do match it as well and say, okay, yeah, I think we want you. Okay, it shows that you know your worth, and that's it. So you could also use as a bargaining chip as well. That's another thing. Okay, so okay, and I think that is it. Any other question? So yeah, now in terms of the course, I've spoken about the call with the recruiter. So now when you finish that call, hopefully you get through and your CV is shortlisted. And then what's going to happen is like they would get you into the interview room, right? They schedule an interview with you. At this time, you need to prepare for interview. Unfortunately, because of my time, I'm not sure that I've done this for you anyway. I've got a document about the interview process, so which normally I go through, right? So, and which is how to prepare for interviews, what you need to look at, what are the artifacts that you need to do. So what are some of the questions that you would look into, and the body of the interviews. Normally when I go for interview like an essay, right? I say interview has got introduction, it's got body, and it's got conclusion. Everything has to be included. So in introduction would be, yeah, tell me about yourself. You also look at their profile, you do your introduction, or you do your preparation before that day and everything. Also preparation about yourself, about the company, everything. So I don't want to rush this one. I think maybe we'll do that next week after the graduation. So that yeah, I would have time to go through this. Also, maybe you guys also can prepare for interview questions, okay? And I will start asking interviews as well, interview question and prep as well. So for anyone that wants. So, but also know that interviews could be telephone, online, or physical, right? and you could have one stage or half stage. So because sometimes I've done some interview that is only 30 minutes or even less than that, and eventually they say, okay, yeah, come and start. And even some of them will even ask you to start tomorrow or something like that, or in a week. So yeah, it doesn't matter how long the interview is. It could be one stage, it could be 2 stages or 3. Some of them maybe might be 4 for permanent ones actually. So, and it could be technical, it could be you just talking or chatting. Yeah. A mentee even that got job even 2 weeks ago was telling me that, yeah, I attended an interview, was just a chat. We are just chatting. Yeah, it was chatting because you know what to say anyway. So yeah, I think that's it. I would stop here for any question. Otherwise, we would meet next week. Any question?
Quick question, please. In terms of niche industries, say you're applying for a Scrum Master role in an industry that requires you to know like Power BI, and you're not so familiar with Power BI, is it okay to still apply and just do some research on Power BI even though you don't fully know about that tool?
Yeah, because the answer is yes. So yeah, of course, as a Scrum Master, you are not expected to know Power BI, right? So because it's not a tool for Scrum Master. But of course, I do agree with you. In some cases, some of these particular company might have their roles, or they might have the tools that they want. And some of them say it's beneficiary or it's advantage, right? You could say, oh, before you apply, even on the day of application, you can quickly just go and do research, right? And know how Power BI works, okay? And we have some videos as well. If there's any of the tools that you want and you think, we can speak to any of the admins, they can send you some of the videos of the one that we've done anyway. So just prepare for it. You get it now. Then after that, apply. Okay. What's the worst that can happen? They said no, right? What's the best? They can say, okay, come and continue. So I would say that you should apply, but also get knowledge as well about the two anyway. So as you get the knowledge, you can put on your CV at the top to say skills that you know, right? Power BI, you get it now. So you go for an interview, you talk about, oh, I don't have professional experience, but I know how Power BI, I've used it before, and you talk about what you know anyway. So that's it. Yeah. Hope that answers your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay. All right, cool. Adeshola, please.
Yeah, thank you, Deji.
All right.
In the job description, if it says you should have 3 to 5 years of experience, and you don't have, maybe you have like 1 year, or maybe you don't even have any at all, do you still need to go ahead and apply, or you have to withdraw?
So I can say one thing, your role, you need to know your role, your responsibility in this industry, right? Your responsibility is not to disqualify yourself, right? That is not your job, right? Your job is to apply. The job of the recruiter is to validate whether you are qualified or not. You are not the qualifier, okay? So I've said it to some of my mentees and they start apply. Some of them apply to roles that yes, even way I think there's a testimony that we had in advance on Saturday, last Saturday, this Saturday actually. This lady, she's a nurse, but she's on the platform in advance. She's a maybe you have opportunity to hear from her also on Saturday as well. She's a nurse, and then she came to the platform to get knowledge about IT. Right. Then eventually she applied as a digital nurse, and she was saying that I didn't even qualify, but I just applied. Right. So, and that's why I tell people just apply. She applied and she did she was called and they did level of interviews and she got the job. So just kind of apply, and yeah. So what's the worst that can happen? They said no, and we are not getting you. And I've seen instances when some people did not qualify for the role they applied for, and the recruiter called and said, oh, you applied for a manager, but we have another role that we think is suitable for you, right? Do you want to apply for this job, right? And they say yes, and that's it. Yeah. And also, you want every recruiter to know there's a new Scrum Master in town, there's a new DA in town. How would they know? Is by applying. Let them see your CV and keep it, even though you are not qualified for the role that you apply for. Hope that answers your question, Aishola.
Yes, yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Thank you, everybody. Any other questions? So we're going to go into the pastoral care. I just want to use this opportunity to motivate some people anyway. So and it's just me, because kind of we are coming to the end of the program, but I said it's not yet the end. So we're still going to meet next week. Okay. And so one thing that I want to encourage you to kind of continually I would just say continually, you need to increase yourself. You need to get more knowledge, smoothing the skills that you have. Right. I want to share a good story about a small boy, 1 Samuel 7:40. We'll talk about story of David. Apologies for the people that are not